The cost center on it, and I thought, that's not my cost center, so I know it's not mine, but besides that, I don't know what you mean by a breakdown, so, but maybe they build a different cost centers, we don't do that.
This is not happened yet. They get it to us. They get it to save the days. They got it really early. Sit up straight.
Yeah, it's like in case you're already booking us in November, you just go right ahead and keep that.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense with your.
I found out my wife actually watched part of one of these one night, yeah. She needs to let me know when she's gonna do that.
So you can wait.
Yeah.
Are they all married?
All right, according to my clock, it is now 7 o'clock, so it is time to begin our scheduled policy session with the City Council. So, I'd like to welcome all of our guests out here. We appreciate you being with us. We will begin tonight with our opening ceremony and turn the time over to Councilmember Thompson for that ceremony.
Will we all please rise? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lord, tonight, I just pray that everyone is safe, that the city and the direction that we're leading it in is of your ideal and of your discernment. May all the council members and the residents of our city be blessed, and may we have a good policy session. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, well, we have minutes to approve, council, from the March 22nd work session, the March 27th policy session, and the April 10th policy session. Get a chance to review those minutes. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, I'd entertain a motion on the
Your
minutes.
Honor, I make a motion to approve the minutes of March 22nd work session, March 27th, and April 10th policy sessions.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that is unanimous. Well, the first item on our agenda tonight is public hearing to review and adopt the 2018-2019 Community Development Block Grant, the CDBG one-year action plan. And Stacy's here. Are you here to give us some information on this? You're the only one here that could give us some information on this, Stacy, so we're hoping that's why you're here. You just give us some background.
Just a quick background. We came to council last month to present the draft plan of what we would like to fund next year, beginning July 1. As of today's date, we still have not been informed what our funding amount is going to be, but that's not rare. It could be into August or September before we are notified of that. We have held a 30-day comment period, and we haven't received any written comments to date.
Okay.
Do you guys have any questions?
Probably not in a public hearing, but I noticed on this time through on page 33, it references the Good Landlord program, which I don't think it exists anymore.
It still exists.
Does it still exist? Oh, okay, never mind.
Just modified.
Just modified, okay.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. Well, we will go ahead and declare that public hearing open. Is there anyone here to speak in regards to our public hearing? Okay.
Your Honor, I move to close public comment.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. That moves us to our open comment period. Is there anyone here that came to address the council this evening? All right, that'll move us on to our item number 3, since it is a pretty vacant room out there. That is to consider the approval of the 2018-2019 Community Development Block Grant one-year action plan. This is what Stacy just briefed us on. Council, any concerns with the plan? If not, I would entertain a motion.
Your Honor, I move to approve the 2018-2019 Community Development Block Grant one-year action plan and authorize your signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, That is unanimous, and it takes us on to item number 4 on our agenda, which is to consider approval of a proclamation declaring April 27th, 2018 as Arbor Day in Clearfield City. I'm going to read the proclamation to you, Council. It says, in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees, and this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable source giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and whereas trees, whenever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal, now therefore I, Mark Shepard, Mayor of Clearfield, Mayor of the City of Clearfield, do hereby proclaim April 27, 2018 as Arbor Day in the City of Clearfield, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. I further urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Council, I would entertain a motion to designate April 27th, 2018 as Arbor Day in the city. It won't be snowing this year like it was, it would take a real miracle to bring on snow right now. So it was pretty cold last year while we were out there planting some trees. But
Your Honor, I move to approve the proclamation officially declaring April 27th, 2018 as Arbor Day in the City of Clearfield, and authorize your signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Well, that brings us to our communication items. I did get to last week spend the day with Clearfield High's student body officers. Had a great meeting with those kids. It'll be the last one for this year. We also held our last lunch with the mayor last week. So it's been a good time spending the week with our youth, and they're excited to help in any way that they can with the city. Just some stellar youth in our city. Got to go Saturday night to the ribbon cutting for Talia, new event center across the street, and beautiful place. If you haven't been in yet, they have turned bogies into something you never would have imagined. It is a beautiful center now. Beautiful wedding rooms, bride and groom rooms, great meeting center. We'll actually be holding our Council of Governments meeting there for our June meeting. See if we can get them a little help in growing. They're off to a good start. They told me they've had 3 weddings there already and have 45 events already scheduled in there. So it's bringing people to downtown Clearfield. We like that. So, I leave tomorrow along with Kent and Vern to head down to St. George for Utah League meetings. And so that leaves you in charge, Nika. Mama always told me don't burn the place down. That is all I had tonight. Councilmember Bush.
Last week I was in St. George again for the water conference. That's always very interesting and new, innovative things that they're doing with the water systems and machinery, and it was very good. And then Saturday, I came back Friday, and Saturday went to Kiwanis conference in Ogden. So that's all I have.
Okay. Councilmember Peterson.
I had the chance to have the kickoff community leader luncheon, reaching out to those in our business community, but also in education and those who are involved in our community in any way, and have a chance to provide a forum where they have the ability to come in and meet with city leaders, but also to give feedback and to be able to hopefully build better connections between those who are involved in our city. So that'll be a monthly event. Watch our social media for that. But if you're interested in that, we would encourage you to reach out. There'll be contact information that's always listed with that, and we would love to have you join us for those in coming months. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Thompson. Councilmember Roper.
Last night I spoke at the National Honor Society honor ceremony, which was a great opportunity, but I wanted to recognize that we had 3 of our youth commissioners who joined the National Honor Society. And one who's already a member there of their leadership. So it was a
Very
great
cool.
time.
Gotta love it. Thank you. Councilmember Phipps.
Well, I have to report that I was supposed to attend the Wasatch Integrated Offsite, but I had a personal thing come up, wasn't able to attend, so I'll get the information another way. But I'd like to put a plug in for Take Pride in Clearfield Day this Saturday. And so, cool, it seems to be taking off more and more. So. And I will be out of town, after I get back from the league meeting. I'll be home Saturday. Next Sunday I'm leaving for Nashville, and I'll not be back until Monday the 7th of May.
Okay, very good. Staff reports, Nancy?
So I just wanted to let those of you who knew our previous city attorney some years ago, Larry Wagner, he passed away this weekend, so we'll be sending some flowers to that funeral. So the viewing is Wednesday evening from 6 to 8, or Thursday from 9:30 to 10:30 at the Kaysville 10th Ward building, if you want that address. The funeral's Thursday at 11. Just a reminder, Councilmember Roper and Peterson, about the Davis Education Gala tomorrow. And so we have a tour of Freeport Center scheduled for tomorrow. I'll let you know if we're meeting here and then going over as a group. I don't know the answer. Sorry. Next week, May 1st. Glad you're all coming tomorrow. I'll let you know if we're going to meet here and go over together, if we'll meet there, or what we're going to do for sure. I don't know that answer just yet. But we'll get together at 6 for that. And the following week, we have policy session on May 8th. So we've got a work session scheduled on the 15th, and we've got policy session on the 22nd. So just plan on every Tuesday in May. And I think that's all I've got.
Okay. Any other staff reports? Trevor?
Mayor and Council, I wanted to just update you on the events. Oh, there we go. On the events coming up this week, starting on the 27th with Arbor Day that you proclaimed today. Arbor Day starts at 10:30 on Friday, April 27th, and then we will have Summer Blitz that night at the Aquatic Center. That's a preview of our summer recreation programs, and also early registration for the recreation programs as well. There's a $5 off your registration that night as well. So then on the 28th,
Is that, wait, how long is that gonna run?
that will run approximately 3:30 to 7 that day. So
Okay.
that'll be quite a large time to get that. We try to do it right after school, so parents picking up their kids can go and do that, and take advantage of those discounts there. That $5 off is good for any program except for our Mad Science and the swim lessons. So, and then Vern touched on this, Councilmember Phipps touched on this, but the Take Pride in Clearfield Day is on April 28th, starting at 7:30 a.m. And like he said, we have had great response for our dumpsters. We had 80 people request them, and so we're going to have to do 2 rounds of dumpsters. One on the 28th, and that will hit the southern half of Clearfield, 193 and south. And then on May 12th, we'll do the northern half of Clearfield. We worked that out with Wasatch, or not Wasatch, but Waste Management. And so we're pretty excited for that. We will have different activities that day, beautifying our parks and like putting sod at the 200 South Swing Park and updating our signage at the park. So we're pretty excited for those events as well as different neighborhood activities. Then on May 3rd is our Clearfield Police Department's cultural outreach for cultural outreach night in conjunction with the Latinos in Action at the Aquatic Center. That's a free pool party, and you get to check out all of the cool public safety equipment and vehicles that will be there. So there'll be free food, entertainment, different things to see, and should be a great event. Last year we had about 600 to 700 people there, so it should be fun. Bring your kids, your family, and whoever you want.
Is that at 6 o'clock?
That starts at 6 o'clock and runs for 2 hours. So that is free swimming that night, but I do want to preface that can fill up, and our capacity is 300 for the pool. So Be warned for that if you come up in your swimsuit and you get told no. So, also continuous events throughout the time frame as we have our Search the City scavenger hunt starting on Instagram and Facebook on the 27th of April and run through the 3rd. And we have delivered 3 plows to our elementary schools, Antelope, Wasatch, and South Clearfield to paint, as well as Clearfield High to paint. And then we have one sitting out in our parking lot that the staff is going to paint for that event that night. And then on the May 3rd, we'll have a plow for us to paint, just to kind of thank our public works for the hard work they did throughout the winter and say welcome summer. We don't need the plows anymore until next November, hopefully. So yeah, so is there any questions on those events? It's got a lot coming up. We're pretty excited. So
Very good. Thank you, Trevor. Eric, anything? Okay, well, we kind of ran out of staff, so that would bring us to the end of our meeting. I would entertain a motion to...
I just looked at my calendar. Clearfield Community Choir Concert is the 7th.
Correct.
Too. That's another event coming up.
Very good.
Eric, for the stuff for Saturday, you going to have all the tools we need, or do we need to bring stuff? Or?
You can bring race shovels, that would be all. We won't have enough room.
Okay,
Okay.
then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
We stand adjourned. Thanks, everyone.